and we have a tap-out match, a submissions match on our hands right now. Matt Stryker in the blue, Chad Collier in the red. Paul Turner is your referee. There you hear the fans behind Matt Stryker gaining popularity here in ROH.
That's right, and after that Stryker-Tom Carter match that we saw before here in Philadelphia, Matt Stryker definitely becoming one of the top fan favorites here in Philadelphia and in all the ROH shows that he's gone to. And we have a collar lockup right here, wow. And after the couple matches that these guys have had, a tap-out match is definitely in order, and I'm definitely looking forward to this one.
Well, anybody who saw the Do or Die tape knows that this was supposed to be Matt Stryker against Tom Carter.
You're exactly
in
right.
a submissions match. But I'll tell you what's happening right now is Tom Carter's wife is having a baby.
She's what?
She's giving birth right now as we speak.
Obviously, Tom Carter's not here.
Yeah, the baby is popping out. The ROH official said, hey, Tom, the kid's not going to remember if you're there or not. Show up anyways. But we couldn't get Carter to show up.
That's right. That's all right, though.
So we got a little bonus for you fans. This match was originally supposed to happen at Death Before Dishonor in just 3 weeks on July 19th in Elizabeth, New Jersey. But we've moved it up to this show. So you're going to see Chad Collier and Matt Stryker right now, right here in Philadelphia, and they're going at it.
That's right. Pinfalls are not necessary in this match. It's only a submission. And after what's happened here, we've seen the great matches in Boston and Pittsburgh, the singles matches, and a five-way at the last round-robin challenge, too. And definitely Stryker, he needs some revenge because he hasn't got a one-on-one victory over Chad Collier yet. His only victory came in a five-way.
That's right, and this has definitely been the pure wrestling rivalry. We're not going to call it a feud, but it's definitely a rivalry, and it's been the top one of the year, of course. There you see a standoff between the two. Revenge on the Prophecy, it all started. Then it went to Expect the Unexpected. Then that five-way at Retribution Round Robin Challenge is supposed to be settled on July 19th at Death Before Dishonor, but it's going to be settled right here in Philadelphia tonight. And even more is at stake, as Matt Stryker is currently number 5 in the ROH Top 5 rankings, and a victory here will definitely shoot him up towards that number 1 contenders trophy, while a loss will knock him right out of those rankings. So I don't think it's enough. I don't think Chad Collier has enough victories yet to make the rankings, but a loss for Matt Stryker will definitely knock him out of those top 5 rankings. And you know, it's just prestigious to be in those top 5 rankings. When you look at the ROH talent roster, just to be mentioned among the 5 best athletes in ROH, that's an accomplishment right there.
You're exactly right there, Chris. And just looking at the early moments here in this match, if you're unfamiliar with ROH, if you're new to ROH, this is a submission match. And if you haven't seen a submission or tap-out matches, these matches are a little different, a little extra, and they go a little slow pace because one slight miss, one miscue, you can lose with the drop of the hat just like that. So that's why these matches, these guys start out at such a slow pace, because if you make one critical move, it could be over just like that.
Well, what you really want to do is feel out your opponent, as you were talking about. Get a body part, find a weakness, work on that body part, because a guy like Chad Collier and Matt Stryker, they're not just going to submit in the first 5 minutes of a match. They're going to have to get that body part worn down. They're going to have that pain racing through that body, enough pain to make them tap out, to admit that the other guy is a better guy. And that's what we're seeing right here, is both these men trying to jockey for that body part, whether it's a leg, whether it's an arm, or a different part of the body. As right now, Matt Stryker, he's great binding those legs together, perhaps trying to work on the legs of Chad Collier. And of course, he sets up
in that five-way last time in Pittsburgh.
And it's a very punishing hold on the legs.
And look at Chad Collier's face. He's in some pain here. He's not ready to submit, but look at that. Wow.
Now look at Matt Stryker. He's got those fists right in front of the nose and the mouth of Chad Collier, not only cutting off oxygen, but also stretching the back and the neck, at the same time stretching those leg ligaments. And Chad Collier desperately needs to get to the ropes to get out of this.
You're exactly right. Chad Collier feeling double the pain right here. He needs to get to the rope, which he does right there. A well-needed break right there, as Matt Stryker early on with the advantage.
And what about that promo we saw at Low-Key, and what he was saying about Julius Smokes and Homicide? From what I hear, Gary Michael Capetta, he's trying to track down Homicide and Julius Smokes right now for comment.
I know, and after what happened last time in Night of the Grudges, we saw the little confrontation they had in the locker room there. Things are really heating up in that camp, Chris.
Yeah, definitely interesting situation to watch. As now you see Chad Collier, the guy knows so many reversals and holds and counter holds, and there's a beautiful way to take Stryker over and grapevine those legs himself.
And now Collier working on Stryker's leg right there, but Stryker grabbing for the head there, trying to fight out of it, trying to grab for a body part as well, but unsuccessful. And Chad Collier now has him almost in an Indian deathlock right there. And look at him just sitting down, lowering the weight on the leg. That's, wow, what a great way to use his own body weight to capitalize on the punishing maneuver right here on Matt Stryker. And now look, he's got him hooked as well.
Look, that just looks painful. The shoulders are stretching, the joints and the elbows are stretching, the lower back is stretching. Oh, he turns it over. It's not a pin, but he's using that foot. Look at that foot pressing into the lower back of Matt Stryker, adding even more pressure, but they're into the ropes. And that's taking advantage of the submission stipulation where you can put a guy with a pinning combination and use it in a submission form without the guy having to worry about kicking out with a pinfall or anything like that.
You're right there, and look at Stryker hobbling on that left leg. Definitely feeling a lot of pain right now. And Chad Collier, he is such a dangerous person to wrestle when you got an injured body part, because you're right, he's just going to work on it. He's just going to break you down.
And Matt Stryker knows from experience he has to stay away from that Texas Cloverleaf, as Chad Collier has already made him tap twice to that Texas Cloverleaf.
That's right. Nice reversal there by Stryker. Kicks out his leg. He's working on that left arm right there. Collier's left arm in a precarious position right here. Wow, that's got to hurt the wrist there, Chris. Look at that. Oh, wow. Ooh. Brutal move right there as he had his wrist on a really... Your wrist isn't supposed to bend on an angle quite like that.
Matt Stryker definitely trying to target the arm right now, the wrist area, as maybe he's given up on the leg. Maybe he's developed a new submission move that we don't know about, something that he might have had for this match. But one interesting thing about this match, neither man's had a lot of time to prepare for it, as of course Matt Stryker has thought he was wrestling Tom Carter. Look at that stretch. Ah!
Jeez.
That's going to Charlie horse those hamstrings right up.
And Collier once again going back to that leg. Looks like he's going for a simple but effective figure four, but Matt Stryker gets to the rope, thankfully.
Matt Stryker fighting with everything that he had to get to the ropes. He knows that those legs can't get in a weekend condition, because if they are, he is definitely going to fall victim to that Texas Cloverleaf again. And I think those legs are definitely hurting Matt Stryker. Look at the way he's limping around. Those hamstrings have been stretched.
You're exactly right. I think Collier smells blood right here, not literally, but figuratively, as he has Stryker. Is he going to go for a lockup here, or what's he going for?
And you hear the fans clapping. They're showing this appreciation for this kind of action. This match it's like a chess match kind of. You have to watch the strategy. You have to pay attention to little things, like Matt Stryker using the leverage to take down Chad Collier and get him in that hammerlock type hold. Now working on the arm once again. And you got to figure, if that arm is hurt, Chad Collier might not be able to get the leverage that he wants on that Texas Cloverleaf in the future if he decides to go for it.
You're exactly right there.
Down strategy by Matt Stryker, who's number 5 in the top 5 rankings right now. And there you see Collier clasping those hands together so that Stryker can't get the full leverage, but there's Stryker breaking it apart and working on that arm once again.
Stryker has Collier now in a precarious position. Collier may be fighting for an escape right here. And I'll tell you what, these guys are so methodical, but they're so fun to watch. I just love them picking apart, breaking down each other right there. And wow, what a well-placed boot by Chad Collier. And a knee to the face of Stryker. Wow.
Beginning to pick up the pace a little bit. And the pure wrestling division has definitely become something to watch here in ROH, something that adds tremendously to the Ring of Honor cards. Different from anything else on the show, and really anything you can find in anywhere. And I'm going to go off for a minute. I mean, you got some promotions, they take a guy who tries to work a hold and they try to get the fancy champ boring at him as a gimmick. What the hell is that? It's professional wrestling, not sports entertainment here in ROH, and that's being proved in matches like this.
You're exactly right. The pure wrestling division is definitely something that ROH is offering. It's one of the greatest parts of ROH. And look at Collier working on Stryker again. And it's just fun to see matches like this. You don't see matches like this on other wrestling cards, but you do see it here in ROH, and that's what separates ROH from the rest.
And it takes a very special kind of fan to appreciate this kind of match, a diehard fan, and those are the fans ROH is going for. As Matt Stryker fights to his feet, takes over Collier, but misses an elbow. And Collier now kicking at that arm, and Collier seems to have changed his attack from the leg to the arm. Oh, very effective right there.
Divorce cord. It does not separate the shoulder. It divorces it, and he's going for a Fujiwara armbar, but Stryker holding on. Thankfully, I'm sorry, Chris.
I was just going to say, he's clasping those hands together with all the strength he has. He knows if Collier's able to separate those hands, he's going to be wrenching that arm, and Stryker's going to be in a world of pain. He's doing everything he can to avoid it, trying to shift his body position a little bit so the leverage isn't quite there, and he's being successful at it. Collier, though, trapped. Oh, look at that. Stryker trying to turn into something with the legs right now, but Collier not letting go of that arm, and look at that face on Chad Collier, but he loses it.
Oh!
Stryker now, baby, Texas Cloverleaf time.
Oh, but Collier in the ropes. Wow, what a nice escape by Stryker there.
I don't think Collier
No, you're
has
right.
the ropes yet.
You're right. I'm sorry. A miscue by me.
Paul Turner right on top of the situation, your referee, seeing if Collier wants to give. Stryker might not have the cloverleaf exactly the way that he wants it, but it's effective nonetheless. Collier struggling, fighting to get to the ropes with everything that he has. He's almost there. He's trying to inch his way, but Stryker drops down, using all his body weight to keep Collier from reaching the ropes, but it's not enough.
And did you see Stryker sit down on the back of Chad Collier, making him move his weight as well as Stryker's on top of him to the ropes, expanding a lot of energy right there. And wow, Collier.
Whoa, Collier rolled to the outside, grabbed the leg of Matt Stryker. This isn't pure wrestling. This is just punishment right here as he is slamming the leg right into the hardest part of the apron right there. There's virtually no covering right there.
And that's the first time I've ever seen Chad Collier resort to taxes like this, Chris. Do you think he's a little desperate? He might be. Stryker might have him for a loop right here.
Oh, into the ring post.
Ow, that gotta hurt. Oh, wow, look at the pain on Stryker's face. He's in a lot of pain there thanks to a steel post on the outside. Chad Collier resorting to desperate moves right there, I think, as he's working, kicking that hamstring right now, Chris.
Chad Collier getting much more aggressive here. The men have had their feeling out process. They know their strength and weaknesses. Collier sensing that leg's in a lot of trouble. Oh! He's going right to work on it, and that's devastating right in the knee. And you know what Chad Collier's trying to set up for here.
That's right, the Texas Cloverleaf, Chris. And look at him, he's wrenching him in right there. He's got that left leg wrenched back, but he's got his arm hooked as well.
And he's driving his knee into the back, making the stretch even that much more painful.
That's got to stretch your pecs as well as your lower back, your quads, your calves. Wow, what a move right there. Really painful. I'm glad I'm not Matt Stryker right at this moment, Chris.
And Matt Stryker is very glad that he reached the ropes.
Exactly.
But there you see a kick by Chad Collier.
Boy, Chad Collier, he's ruthless here. Ow, and again, that's such a dangerous move. That could tear your knee right up, Chris.
Well, you know, you can say what you want about sportsmanship. It wasn't exactly uh-oh.
Wow.
That's a submission right there. This could be it. Stryker could tap. I was going to say it's not exactly unsportsmanship what Chad Collier did, but just aggressive and definitely a smart tactic, as Matt Stryker's got to get out of this hold right now. He's fighting for his life. This is almost a variation of the Stryker lock.
Yeah, what a great maneuver there by Chad Collier. I don't think Matt Stryker thought he was going to go through something like this. And look at Collier just sitting back, adding more pressure, and look at Stryker just pounding on that leg, trying for anything to break this maneuver here, Chris.
Oh, but that headbutt stopped him, and Matt Stryker's in a world of pain. Will he tap? That's what I want to know, as he's trying to maybe using it. There he goes, pounding away at Collier's leg again to try to get out of this hold. And Stryker now.
Oh, he reversed it.
Now Collier's feeling all the pain. Look at that pain shown on the face of Chad Collier, and he releases the hold.
He releases it because that was very painful. Stryker released it, but look at Collier back again, kicking the back of the hamstring. Jesus, he's ruthless. He's just working over Matt Stryker right here, and he's going for another submission here.
And look at him using that head to twist that knee of Matt Stryker right there. Stryker trying to kick his way out of the hold, and very successful at it. I think Matt Stryker's beginning to get a little aggressive right now. He's fighting fire with fire. Collier's going to play the aggressive card. So is Matt Stryker. But was the damage already done to Matt Stryker's knee? Did he suffer too much damage to come back? And he's trying with that forearm.
And these guys going back and forth, fighting with forearms. And Collier, another kick to the abdomen of Stryker. And a nice European uppercut. You know what, Chris? I've seen a lot of submission moves in the parameters of a regular ROH match, but I don't think I've ever seen it taken to a level quite like this. This is just really enjoyable to watch. And I'm glad we have it here on this ROH event. And now he's got the figure four. Simple but effective, but he could get get a submission here because Striker's legs have gone through a lot of punishment already.
Well, Matt Striker tap. Can he reach the ropes? Can he reverse this? Matt Striker fighting with every ounce of intestinal fortitude that he has, trying to turn it over, it looks like. As you see him, he's grabbing that foot of Chad Collier, trying to use that as leverage to turn Collier over and get out of this figure four, but no. And now Striker trying to turn over the other way, using a little bit of momentum there to swing back and forth as he's trying once again to turn over. Collier fighting with everything that he has to keep him in that hold. How much more can Matt Striker stand? Striker, though, does reverse it.
He reversed it over, and now Collier feeling the pain right here. And I'll tell you what, a figure four in a match like this is definitely a smart maneuver, because if you're the person giving it to the guy, you can lay back, you can have your shoulders against the mat, you can sit back because you can't get pinned, so you have even more additional leverage in a match like this where you can't get pinned. And look at that, it looks like that reversal hurt Collier as well, as both these guys grasping for their knee, both these guys limping, and one intestinal fortitude by both guys. And now they're fighting back with chops and forearms, back and forth.
And this is what you do. It's like an animal with a wounded body part. The animal will come back harder, stronger, and faster. At least they'll have to. That adrenaline rush will protect that injured limb, and that's what we're seeing here with Chad Collier and Matt Striker as they are unleashing the bigger impact moves. A back elbow now by Matt Striker. Matt Striker doing anything to keep Chad Collier away from that injured leg. As there you see a drop toe by Striker and an ankle lock.
Ankle lock! He's got it. Collier in the middle of the ring. He could submit here, Chris.
The ankle lock, a devastating move, twisting that ankle, twisting that leg of Chad Collier. Collier has to reach the ropes or he's going to tap.
Collier desperately needs to get to the ropes, which he does right there. The move, wow, look. And he put him in the middle of the ring. And, look at his leg. Ouch.
Matt Striker pulling him back, and that just looks painful. Oh, and Collier rolls through and kicks off.
You're right. Both these guys taking a lot of punishment here. And Striker capitalizing.
Striker lock, he's going for the Striker. No, turns it over to an ankle lock.
Wow, what a nice maneuver there by Striker, but Collier rolls through, kicks him off desperately. And what's Striker going for again?
Maybe now the Striker lock. I'm not exactly sure. You never know what a technical expert like Matt Striker will do. But look at that beautiful reversal by Chad Collier.
Oh, wait a second. This is what made him tap before. It's the clover leaf. If he can hook it.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got that clover leaf. Matt Striker's already tapped twice to this.
Oh no, and Striker thankfully gets to the ropes right there. Collier didn't have it hooked the way he wanted to, but definitely he had it hooked on there and almost got a victory there. But Striker thankfully got to the ropes. And now Collier, what's he doing? Going to the top ropes? Maybe the person that hits the first big high impact maneuver will be the winner.
No, Matt Striker hits him with a dropkick on the way down, right to the gut.
Wow, that's going to take all the oxygen right out of there. And feel the brow of Matt Striker. He's signaling for it. Is he going for it, Chris?
The power of the brow might get him a victory right here with the Striker lock. Chad Collier has tapped to this before. Will he tap again? He's got it hooked in there. Chad Collier in the middle of the ring, desperately trying to reach the ropes. Can he make it? If he does, oh, there he goes. If he didn't reach the ropes, that definitely would have been a tap. But too close. Matt Striker now forced to let go of the hold.
Striker so close to victory right here, Chris.
And I gotta say, the next guy, whether it's Matt Striker hitting the Striker lock or the ankle lock, or Chad Collier getting the Texas Clover Leaf, that's gonna be it. But the amount of abuse that both men have suffered in their legs in this match.
You're right here, and Striker now going for a suplex back and forth. Oh man, if Collier could suplex it to the floor, it'll be all over, definitely. But no, Striker fighting, holding on, fighting for his life. Picks him up. No, up and over goes Collier.
Uh-oh, Collier's got the leg. Oh, Dragon Screw!
Wow, what a variation of Dragon Screw! And wow, this could be it!
He's got him hooked, Ray. He can't turn it over. And Striker using all, no, Striker not able to keep him from turning it over. And he's got him in the middle of the ring. All that punishment that Striker has taken to the leg and the lower back. And now he's feeling that Texas Clover.
And that's it! He taps! Chad Collier wins again!
It was just too much. Chad Collier makes Matt Striker tap one more time. And Matt Striker just lost his spot in the top 5. What a victory for Chad Collier.